Hi everyone.
Hi.
We have a new addition to the channel. This is Peter Safari here. He is an 8-pound Yorkie, and he's going to be going on some adventures with us.
Yeah.
Say hi. Say hi, buddy. Say hi.
He's already overheated.
Look at this. His little ears. He's cute.
He's already panting.
So some of you may know we used to have 2 little Pomeranians that we had pretty early on in our marriage, and they were brother and sister. The brother, Winston, we ended up having for about 11 years, and Phoebe we had about 13 years. And they were great little dogs, great travelers, a lot of fun, great companions. But they did bark quite a bit. They're Pomeranians. They yapped all the time. So when we were looking for a new dog, we wanted a dog that was small, something that, a dog that was a good traveler, that could go on trips with us, that we could take for walks, that we could go places with, do things with, and also we both work from home, so we would need something that, a dog that wasn't a huge yapper, because we go into meetings sometimes and we have meetings with people from work and vendors and clients and things like that. So we wanted to make sure that we weren't getting interrupted a lot by the dog. All right. He's a good walker. He walks really good on a leash. He's a very, very smart dog. So anyway, we wanted a dog that was similar in kind of size, but also a little bit quieter. And so we started looking for a Yorkie, and we found a animal rescue local to us called Camo Rescue, and I'll put the link, the website, down below. A fantastic organization, great organization. Worked with us. They have a network of shelters, as well as people that foster dogs throughout the community. And when we saw little Peter Safari, we set up a meeting, and they had, an area where you can go in and sit with him and spend some time. We spent about an hour with him and got to know him, and then found that we really liked him. He was a great dog.
He was trekking along.
Yeah. He likes to stop and smell the other patches of grass where other dogs have been before, where they've come and gone. So what Camo Rescue told us was that Peter Safari was a dog that was brought to them back in July. They had him for about a month before we came to see him, and he was on the streets. When they got him and admitted him in the middle of July, he weighed 4 pounds. He currently weighs 8.8, and he's still a little bit thin. He could probably stand to gain another pound and a half before he's up to where he should be weight-wise. So he's on a high protein diet currently until we can get his weight back up, but he only weighed 4 pounds. He was microchipped, and the previous owner's information was on that microchip. So when Camo Rescue got little Peter Safari, they called up the previous owner and asked him, if they would be interested in taking him back, and they were not interested in taking Peter Safari back. And So they put him up for adoption, and we saw him, and we decided to take him for our dog. Peter, what are you doing? Peter Safari. He knows the Safari. He knows that's his name. We took him to the groomer today for his first bath, so he's all trimmed up and pretty, and he's looking good. He's a good looking dog. Peter Safari. Peter Safari.
He doesn't know.
Well, we got him Friday night, and it is Monday, so we've had him for 3 nights so far. Here's what I can tell you about this dog. He is a lover. He loves to snuggle. He loves to jump up on people's laps. He loves to cuddle with them. He does not like being alone. So if you get up and walk away and walk into the other room, he will follow you around the house. We put beds in both of our offices as well as in the living room. And if one of us gets up and walks into the other room, he jumps down from whatever he's doing. He could be dead asleep, and he'll follow that person into the other room and want to hang out with them. The next thing that we learned about little Peter Safari is that he is not a yapper. He'll bark. Obviously, he's just like any dog. If he hears the other dogs in the houses next door barking, he'll bark once or twice, and that's it. He does not bark a lot. He might bark if he sees something, in the street. We have a door that opens up like a storm door, so you can see, get some natural sunlight in, and you can see the street. But he does not bark a lot. He might bark once or twice, and then he's quiet, which is fantastic. We also learned that he is a great traveler. So on the way back from the shelter that he was in, he snuggled right down into Angela's lap and just put his head down and was great. No drooling, no crying, no getting all worked up, none of that stuff. He was great. The next day we took him with us and ran some errands and went down to the Harley dealership and a couple other places. Took him to Petco, and he was great. He travels really, really, really well. We took him to the groomer today and picked him up, and he just lays on the passenger seat and is fantastic. So we think we've got a very good traveler with us. We also learned that he does very well on walks. We did ask the shelter if they took the dogs on walks and put them on a leash, and sure enough, they said they did that. It was part of their training, and so he does really well. He likes to stop and smell the roses and smell, where the other dogs. We have lots of dogs that get walked in this neighborhood, and so he likes to put his mark on anything that was previously marked by any other dog, and he likes to make those stops. There he goes. But then he takes off and he keeps walking. We also figured out that he is very, very smart. He's already learned no and down. We've only had him 3 days. We have a series of 2 doggy doors that he has to get through in order to get out to the backyard. One that goes from our house to the patio, and then another one that's a screened-in patio. One that goes from the screened-in patio out to the grass. And he's already learned how to go out and come back in. He's doing it on his own already. And we've had him for 3 days. So he's a very, very quick learner, very sharp dog, a very intelligent dog. We're still working on the potty training thing. he's 2, you know, and I don't think he was potty trained prior to this. He is going outside, and he knows that we want him to go outside, and when we take him outside, he goes. But if, like the other day, we left him alone for a couple hours and we came home and there was a mess. So trying to train him to hold it, to wait, to go outside even when we're not home, to bring him outside, and have him go to the bathroom outside, that's kind of the next level of potty training that we're trying to get him to finish up. But other than that, he's a great dog, super smart, super intelligent. What do you smell over there, buddy? Anything? Nothing?
Nothing, just dirt.
What are you doing?
Come on. Gotta smell all of the grass.
Yeah, he does. Every bit of it.
Something
Get his
good.
face all into it.
Gotta be something good there. Come on, let's go.
So I'm sure you're wondering, you know, how old is he? He is 2 years old. They had his birthday as, I think it was July 12th, which is what we believe the day that he came into the shelter, because that's the day when he had all his vaccines, all his shots and stuff. So he does have all his shots. He is neutered. He has like his rabies, all of that stuff. He's had his heartworm stuff tested and he's negative on that. He's in great shape. And the last question I'm sure everyone is wondering is, what's with his name? Why is he named Peter Safari? That's not our choice. We didn't name him that. His real name is Peter, but they gave him the middle name Safari at the shelter because there was already another Peter, and that Peter was Peter Piper. And so when this Peter came in, they made his middle name Peter Safari to differentiate him between Peter Piper and Peter Safari. So because of that, we are sticking with the name. He's already 2 years old. He was already named Peter. It was already on his microchip from the previous owner that didn't want him anymore. They named him Peter. So he knows the name Peter. We're not going to change that up. I kind of like Peter Safari. It's fun. It's different. I've never heard anybody else have a middle name for their dog named Safari. So we are going to stick with Peter Safari and keep that name. So hopefully we'll have a lot of really cool adventures with him. We're going to take him on a lot of trips and go a lot of places with him. We've got some fun things planned and fun day trips, activities, road trips to take him on in the future. So we're really looking forward to that. And as we bond with him more and more, it's going to be a lot of fun. So stick with us. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe. You get to see a lot more of little Peter Safari. So that's all from us. We will see you next time. Bye.